Welcome to our installment with Chapter 7. And really, we just kind of want to cut to the chase with what is it we're doing in this chapter and just try to break that down for us. So, the topic, as we can see here, if you're following along with the back of your textbook, is third declension. So, basically, if you think about it in a different way, what we're seeing here is a new class of nouns that have certain endings that we haven't seen before, or maybe are very similar but have a slight variation, like a different vowel. And you want to think about it like a video game, for example. So when you play a lot of video games, you rack up experience points. And over time, you unlock things where you earn money to buy things, whether it's a race car game and you can buy different types of tires, or paint your vehicle a different color, or if it's a game and you unlock characters as you go along. That's what's happening here. We're unlocking new characters, a new class of nouns that gives us different words, and maybe not in a particular subject area, but different words that have these similar endings. And so now we got to start to, in our minds, separate all the vocab we know that are nouns into what declension they fall in. So in the very beginning of the year, we only really saw first declension nouns like puella and femina, horatia, and things of that. But now we're seeing words that end in us and r. Colonus, puer, quintus, flaccus, argus, ager, and we're seeing a variety of endings there. But they all end in r or us, and they have a certain sequence. Now, third declension, they are sort of a little bit more camouflaged. They don't come off as so apparent, whereas thinking of first and second declension nouns, you'd recognize them instantly by their outfit and the color in a game. But with third declension, it's harder to separate their gender. Whereas if you think of first declension, it would be maybe a girl character and all in pink. Second declension would be a guy character and all in blue. Now it's a little bit of a mix of those two colors, right? So now instead of pink and blue, we're seeing a little bit of a mix. And so you could do an art lesson on what color would they be based on the fact that it would be blue and pink coming together. And it would create some form of purple, essentially, which is what we're seeing with third declension. So the gender won't be as apparent, so you're going to work harder when you're memorizing your vocab to either look for biological connections or to possibly look for other kind of mnemonic devices you'll have to use. So now maybe that video game and the different characters and unlocking, maybe that helps you make a little bit more sense of what we're doing here. So now, in terms of what do you need to do with this, well, you need to look at these charts now. And really, if you look at this chart compared to the one that I have in class, you'll notice that it's missing the genitive row. And that's my way of previewing chapter 9 with you guys. And I think it's digestible for you at this point, especially since our word list now lists the genitive singular. So for first declension, you're going to see that AE. For second, you're going to see that long I. And now for third, you're going to see the IS, which is really the insignia that would help you figure out, if a character was from first, second, or third declension. It would be their family crest. So I think it's important for us to, and if we're going to do the genitive singular, we might as well add the plural because the endings are pretty similar, arum, aurum, and So again, through association and seeing the patterns, which is one of the things Latin helps you with, by memorizing those genitives and seeing the pattern, that's a skill that your brain is going to get some more experience with. So as you look at these endings, just keep in mind it's new characters. The roles still apply. It's still subject of the sentence, direct object, or the object of prepositions, and the object of those SID space prepositions that we talked about. So far, we really only see in, de, and ob or a, x or a, and cum. So now you kind of see how it works within the framework of what we've been doing for the last 6 chapters, but how we've just unlocked a new character to play the game.